Welcome to Super Soul Skills. My name is Avian Doyle. I am your spiritual teacher and soul coach. So placing your energy into these cards, and we will begin with an angel message. Taking a deep breath, centering yourself, and just ask for angelic guidance and direction in whatever is in your heart right now. Okay. So, your heart chakra is the first card. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is a center within your physical being, attuned most to love. It's safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. So there's a lot going on in your heart at this time. You may have been feeling very emotional, overwhelmed. Your emotional body has been activated. It's been your focus, whether you liked that or not. There are some important matters of your heart connected to your relationships, your friendships, romance, partnerships that are pertinent for you at this time. Your angels want you to know that it's important that you ask. We must ask for assistance from our guides, because with the laws of free will, they cannot intervene without permission. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. So take a moment to figure out, what is your request? What are you requesting right now? Always take a breath before you hear and listen to those answers. Because the breath is source, the breath is the anchor, the breath is God. And when we breathe before we tune into our hearts, we're tuning into the heart, we're not tuning into the ego. And if you're confused about whether it's your ego or your heart you're listening to, you can go to my website, aviandoyle.com, and I have lots of free articles there, and one of them is how to distinguish between the soul voice and the ego voice. So you can read that. It's not very long, but it's quite succinct, and it helps you to differentiate between the two different voices. Then the third card was innocence. That angel's holding a little baby there. Okay. Innocence. Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So just like this baby, this purity, this love heart's coming out from the pure energy of the baby, we're being encouraged to remember that whoever is giving you hassle right now, whoever is upsetting you or causing you anger, we're being encouraged and reminded that everybody is innocent in their true essence. Yes, people pick up distortions along the way, and some people don't take responsibility for those distortions. And it can be difficult when we have to cross paths with these people, or for instance, they're part of our family, part of our circle, maybe your work colleagues. But we need to remember that when we choose, it's a decision. When we choose to see that person through the eyes of God as pure innocence, And if we practice that pattern of frequency around them, we can extract the God part of them. We can extract the best of them. We can rendezvous with them on their better day. So that's how you can use the law of resonance or the law of attraction to smooth out those relations where there's bumps in the road. When we take a step back from our anger, from our frustration, from our judgments of other people, and we remind ourselves to see them through the eyes of Source, of God. We let them off the hook, and we let ourselves off the hook, because there is no freedom in attaching to our ego self's projections onto other people. Now, am I saying that you need to let people walk all over you? No. Am I saying that have no boundaries, be all forgiving, and Pollyanna and unicorns skipping through a rose garden? Absolutely not. Yes, we need boundaries. We need discernment. We're human beings and we need to look after ourselves in our physical world. But when you soften those judgments, those projections, or even those very real truths, perhaps this person is just not treating you well or not showing up for you the way you'd like them to. When we take the projection of externalizing what's going on the inside and turn it back into us and say, what's in me that's attracting this situation? How am I fueling the attraction of this negative person or this angry person? Because like attracts like. So perhaps there's something in you that's a match to that person. And if that's not the case, there's something in you that's a match in a way that opposites attract. But opposites attract is a very misleading term, because we know by law of attraction, like attracts like. It's the physics of our reality. But I always use this example because I think it really helps to illustrate how opposites attract in a paradoxical way is actually true. I remember years and years, many, many moons ago, I was attracting men who like to drink a lot or take drugs, addiction patterns. And I hadn't done any of that. So I always knew from a young age that I was a healer, that I was a shaman, and that I was here with a specific purpose. And that drinking or drug taking and eating the wrong foods, anything that lowered my frequency, I wasn't interested in. I was only interested in maintaining my frequency and working on becoming the best teacher, helper, healer, whatever you want to call it, light worker I could be. And yet I would attract friends and relationships that seemed to have addiction as a theme, and I couldn't figure it out. And one day I got very angry with my angels and we had a blazing row, and I said, how am I a match to this person who has presented now as an alcoholic? I realised they have a problem with drinking. How am I a match? Because I don't drink. And I don't understand why this pattern keeps repeating. Because often when you're dating, no one is going to go on a date and say, hi, my name is Billy, I'm an alcoholic and I take drugs. It takes time to find these things out about people, so time has to go by before these things get revealed. And sometimes by then you might have emotionally invested. So I was really having a stark conversation with my angel team. And they said, but you are a match. And I said, how? And they said, well, you're a natural born healer and you love to help people. You want to help. They have an addiction, they have trauma, they have pain, and they want to be helped. They're drinking to try to help and heal and self-medicate their trauma. So you are a match. because you want to help. They want to be helped. They want this pain to go away. Otherwise, they wouldn't be self-medicating. So that's why you're a match. So I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. So sometimes things can be a match, but they're not obviously a match. They can look different. From the outside, they can look like opposites, right? Opposites attracting. But actually, if you go beneath the surface, there are matching intentions. So if somebody's in your life right now and they are rubbing you the wrong way, it's great to look at how your intentions with that person could be a match in some way. They can be opposite ends of the same stick, but they are actually frequency, energetically a match. So that's what that's about. Let's pull from the Angel Tarot cards. Place your energy into the cards. Okay. And we recognize the angels and spirit teams of the viewer who is watching right now. And we ask for clear, accurate guidance at this time. Trusting that this reading, this video is timeless, in that if you're watching this, this is a message for you. Because by law of attraction, you've matched up. Okay. Okay, the first one is the Page of Earth. Scholarly, dependable, patient and successful. It's a beautiful fairy there. I love the fairies. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging and a new area of study. So this is quite a studious card. Perhaps you've started a new course of study, and this is saying that what you're studying will be lucrative. It will be financially viable and beneficial for you. Then we have the Nine of Earth, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. So maybe you're doing a business course, preparing to be self-employed, or you're studying something that you're going to use as a skill to be self-employed. Well, this is saying abundance is yours. This is an abundance card. So it's the Nine of Earth, which in traditional tarot is the Nine of Pentacles. And Pentacles is about money, it's about physical things, it's about resources. It's a lucrative energy. Enjoying life's luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So if you've been worrying about self-employment, you don't need to worry. Then we have the Empress, number 3, Archangel Gabriel. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams and nurture yourself and others. This stag, can you see him? The camera needs to focus. Focus, 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 focus. Anyway, there's a lovely stag there. If you look in the mirror, you can see a stag as well. It's one of my paintings. I call that the fawn. It's a young little fawn. So there's something about I'm getting stag for you, or deer, okay? So deer is important as a symbol. Maybe look up what deer means, or what you might have a personal meaning of deer or stag, that kind of energy. I'm also getting foxes. Yeah, foxes, red fox, follow the fox. So again, this is the Empress in tarot it's like all the good things of life. It's physical comforts, but it's also a very feminine energy. So it can be pregnancy, it's fertility, it's vitality, and just feeling like you are the queen of your domain. So if you're making a move or you're enjoying your home life, you're feeling like the Empress in your space. And then we have the Magician, Archangel Raziel. Okay. So the magician is like the alchemist. You're taking heaven and earth and you're combining, you're taking the lead, you're taking lemons from life and you're making lemonade. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. I feel the energies at this time. You may be craving more magic. You may be feeling like you want life to be magical again. And this card is telling you that you have to be the magician. You have to get out your toolbox and make magic. Get out your magic wand, whatever that means for you. Sometimes we need to make more time to go on a spirit quest, to meditate, to make sure we get into nature every day and that we get to clear the cobwebs. And when life becomes stale, which it will, because life is ebbs and flows, it's day and night, it's okay. Don't freak out when that happens. I think a lot of spiritual people want to live in a constant state of blissed out unicorn, heavenly paradise, myself included. But what I'll say is, and maturing has taught me this, it's not designed that way. Life is literally a roller coaster. Like literally, your hormones, your cycles, the seasons, your moods, your requirements. It's like this. We are going like this. And if we can learn not to freak out in the dips, we can enjoy the highs even more. So don't waste energy if there's any dip. And remember, it says life is magical. So there is a magical energy coming back into your life now, but it's up to you to recognize it and appreciate it. Okay. Now, keepers of the light. Placing your energy into the cards. And lovely light beings have just showed up, so I didn't expect to be using this deck, but when they show up, I feel this is how they'll talk to us. So connecting with your inner light and your light being. Okay. Joan of Arc. Voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Check out Joan. I love Joan of Arc. Absolutely love her. She represents strength in femininity. I often feel that Sinead O'Connor, our beautiful artist, writer, singer, songwriter Sinead O'Connor, is a modern day Joan of Arc. So, A, B, C, D, E. There she is. Here's your message from Joan. You are being encouraged to stand strong. You may feel unrecognized and misunderstood, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on the mission you feel called to fulfill. You must follow the will of your soul and exercise your leadership spirit by speaking your truth. You may feel as if you are on a battlefield, but this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself. You are not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve of yourself. Know that your angels are on your side and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul you are. These days, Joan of Arc is a supremely loving guide to all those who want to stand up against the odds. She also helps many light workers overcome their fear of persecution. So many light workers have, I'm just getting an itchy, very strong itchy left palm, which usually means we're going to receive money. So there's just a lot of money energy in this reading for some of you, which is lovely. But many light workers have had previous timelines, lifetimes, where they were persecuted, they were burnt at the stake as a witch, you know, for having spiritual truth spoken, for expressing themselves, for thinking outside the box, they were imprisoned or murdered or raped or tortured. And some of you have brought those energies, those fears into this timeline as though that's still happening. And some of you are experiencing that, which is horrible. I mean, in this day and age, to even have to think that is shocking. But, you know, some of you who've chosen to go a different way than the status quo, some of us who didn't want to get the jab, all that kind of stuff. There can be a lot of backlash from that. It's very important that you just refocus and get back to loving yourself, loving your life, and trusting that you know what's right for you, and it's okay for you to know your truth. And you have a right, if asked for your opinion, to share what you genuinely feel. And I've had several people come to me with fears around being persecuted because they haven't been following the narrative of what's expected of them or what they feel is being forced upon them in some countries. I mean, it's crazy in 2021 that we're even having this conversation. To me, it's just a fundamental right that to each their own, live and let live. And we should respect everybody's choice to make their own decisions when it comes to their path, their bodies, their lives, their consciousness. So Joan of Arc is showing up today to strengthen us and to say she wasn't afraid. She had the courage. And if you need to lean on her courage, please do so. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed our little tete-a-tete. And if you enjoyed this video, you can give me a thumbs up. And I will speak with you soon. Have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.